What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Flames back at it again with another video. Today, I'm about to be reading out of Exodus chapter 20. It's about to be talking about the Ten Commandments. Very important video. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right to it. God spoke all these words, saying, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. You shall have no other God before me. You shall not make for yourself a carved image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down to them or serve them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of fathers on the children to the third and the fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing steadfast love to the thousands of those who love me and keep my commandments. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. So this is very important. When it has been so normalized to just be like, oh yeah, put that on God. Like, if you're not lying, like, put that on God. Bro, don't put stuff on God, bro. It's not, you, you're not supposed to do that. And that right there was the devil normalizing doing that, like, made that normal for people to do. Like, you see, like, all these streamers, all these people. Bro, don't talk like that because it may seem like it's not that big of a deal, but it's one of the Ten Commandments. Like, it's not that hard not to do. So, you don't have to talk like everybody else. You don't got to be like that. So stop putting stuff on God and stop saying like, oh, like don't like Lord's name in vain. That's a little different, but the Lord's name in vain is more like when you say like, um, oh my God, you're not supposed to say that. No, don't do that. Oh my gosh. Even then, you might slip up and say it, bro. Just don't say it at all. Just change your vocabulary. It's just not worth it. Um, sometimes I'm, sometimes I still do this sometimes, and I think, um, it's so easy to do that because the devil knows that God really doesn't like that. So, like I said, he just makes everybody talk like that. Um, and just that he's really good at making things that shouldn't be normalized seem normal. And that's kind of a pattern in today's world. But um, yeah. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. So, this, God still wants us to take a day of rest, but it's a little bit different than how it used to be after Jesus died, because, um, it got to a point where it was ridiculous. Like, the Sabbath was taken, like, ridiculous. Like, it was like, there was, like, an instance in the Bible where Jesus took a little bit off a grain and ate it or something like that when he was walking, and the Pharisees came up to him and they were like, you worked on Sabbath, you did this and that. And Jesus, like, he gave them a parable. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he basically was like, bro, this is not that serious. Like, y'all are worried about the wrong things. Like, y'all are making a big deal over nothing right now. It's really not that deep. But yeah, God does tell us to take a day of rest, and that's usually Sunday where we go to church. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't really follow this. Like, this is good for me. I'm reading this because I gotta figure that out. I gotta figure out what my schedule's gonna be like and to take that day of rest. But yeah. On it you shall not do any work, you or your son or your daughter or your male servant or your female servant or your livestock or the sojourner who is within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Honor your father and mother. What in the world? Sorry, I got these two guys. What are you having a nightmare or something? Hey, it's alright. You're okay. Alright, where was I? For in 6 days and all that is in them, and rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Honor your mother, honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long in the land that the Lord your God is giving you. Okay, so even if you have a parent, like I'm a good example of this. My mom is nuts. Okay, she's crazy. But I gotta be careful to even say stuff like that. Like, I love my mom. My mom, I love her, even though things aren't the best between us right now. I love my mom. You gotta be careful. Like, that's not me talking bad about her. That's just me describing how she is. I'm not speaking down on her. You gotta be careful not to speak down on your parents. You're supposed to honor them, even if they're bugging. And a lot of the times, a lot of people's parents, it happens, bro. Like, don't, not, not everybody's perfect. But you gotta show them honor. Even what I just said earlier, like, I probably shouldn't even be saying that, but it's different because I feel like that's kind of like a part, like, this is kind of, I don't know. Like, when I'm talking to y'all, it's like, I feel like it's a little different. Um, because I've just given y'all insight, to my life, and I've mentioned her before, talking about how it's affected me, but I don't want to dishonor her by speaking that way. I don't know. I need to ask somebody about that, because that's a little bit of a rough one for me, but a little confusing. It's kind of, but yeah, honor your father and your mother. You shall not murder. Pretty straightforward. Don't kill people. You shall not steal, or you shall not commit adultery. Now, I have a question for y'all. Okay, so I have a girl. Right, I've been dating her since I was 15. I'm 19. We do things. We're not married, but biblically, when two people come together, it's a marriage. And I kind of treat her like, am I committing adultery by not being legally married to her? But in the Bible, didn't legally get married. That's like an Americanized thing. Like, didn't have like wedding rings and stuff like that. It was just when two people slept with each other, they became one. They became married. So, yeah, let me know if I'm committing adultery. I don't know. It's kind of difficult to just get married, especially, like, I don't know. Hopefully, I'm not saying God knows my heart and knows I want to marry my girl. I love her so much. So, and I already asked her if she wanted to marry me. She said yes. But does that make it okay, or is it still not okay? I need somebody to let me know because I don't know. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You cannot lie to get other people in trouble. It says right here, it's one of the 10 Commandments. You cannot lie to get other people in trouble. There's a lot of weird people that do stuff like that. But yeah, um, yeah, not good. Don't do that. Now, when all the people saw the thunder, oh wait, hold on. I kind of want to go up here a little because I didn't really touch on a lot of this certain stuff. Um, doesn't want you to idolize, statues and other people. Um, but yeah, let's see. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his male servant, or his female servant, or his ox, or his donkey, or anything that is your neighbor's. Hold on, I need to look up what covet means. I'm sorry, guys. So oh, okay. So here we go. It's saying you shall not like want your neighbor's wife, or like you should not want things that other people have. Like where don't don't compare yourself to others and want things that other people have been given. You gotta. It also in the Bible somewhere, not here, but it says comparison is a thief of joy. And when you compare yourself to other people, you're never gonna be happy because you're gonna compare yourself, bro. Like there's so many people that have been blessed with so much stuff in this world. There's always gonna be somebody who has more things than you. And if you're always going to want that, you're never going to be satisfied. So you got to be satisfied with what you have. Because let's say, Like, let's say right now, like you're making like $50,000 a year, and you want to make you're jealous of this person, like, oh, they make $300,000 a year. Oh, I want to be them so bad. And let's say you become them, right? Oh man, now I want to make 1 million. It's just a never-ending cycle. So you got to be content with what you have. And I'm not really a materialistic person. I don't really care. In my eyes, like I just want to help people. Like that's what I want to do when I'm older, and even right now, I just want to help people. And so I don't like this isn't something that I struggle with, but some of these other things I'm definitely not doing great, and it's kind of a wake up call for me because it's like I mean, I don't know, but moral story, you're never going to be satisfied unless you're content with what you already have. Now, when all the people saw the thunder and the flashes of lightning and the sound of the trumpet and the mountain smoking, people were afraid and trembled, and they stood far off and said to Moses, "You speak to us, and we will listen, but do not let God speak to us, lest we die." Moses said to the people, "Do not fear, for God is going to test you, that the fear of him may be before you, that you may not sin." People stood far off while Moses drew near to the thick darkness where God was. Okay, so you remember how they're talking about like the whole thing with the mountain in the last chapter, and this is when they were up on top of the mountain, or really when Moses, my dad told me that that might have been the mountain. He might have just took Moses straight up to heaven and showed him around. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what he thinks. Um, Laws about altars. And the Lord said to Moses, "Thus you shall say to the people of Israel, You have seen for yourselves that I have talked with you from heaven. You shall not make gods of silver to be with me, nor shall you make yourselves gods of gold. An altar of earth you shall make for me, and sacrifice on it your burnt offerings and your peace offerings, your sheep and your oxen. Every place where cause my name to be remembered, I will come to you and bless you. If you make me an altar of stone, you shall not build it of hewn stones, for you wield your tool on it, and you profane it. And you shall not go up by steps to my altar, that your nakedness not be exposed to it on it." Okay, I don't really understand this last part. It's basically saying like don't make altars of worldly materials because you gotta understand God made everything. So when you're idolizing these like gold, like let's say you just make a big statue made out of gold of something, someone, like, and it's like, oh well, this is gold. Um, God's like, you're spending all this material to honor this deity or whatever it is. When I'm the one that created this entire earth, this gold is nothing to me. I can spawn it in like that. I can Minecraft create an inventory and just put the gold blocks down. You know what I'm saying? So, um, do not fear, for God is gonna. Okay, every place where I remember. So he's saying like, I guess this is the bottom is just instructions on how you make. It shall not be built of hewn stones, for if you wield your tool on it, you profane it. And you shall not go up by steps to my altar, that your nakedness not be exposed to it. So it's saying like don't build them an altar with steps going up to it. I don't know. I'm confused about that one. I'm gonna have to look into that myself after this because I don't know. But yeah, appreciate y'all for watching. It's a pretty important chapter of the Bible today. Um, Ten Commandments. You hear about them, but you don't. I'm gonna be real. People kind of neglect the Old Testament a little bit. I feel like sometimes, but yeah, I love y'all boys. Thank y'all for tuning in. That'll be it for today, but I appreciate y'all for watching. Love y'all. Peace.